Alrighty, so Merlin's been under, and of course for the new subscribers, Merlin is a stray, and he looks like he has an eye cold or the flu that the cats get in their eyes. So we got some medication. He looks like he needs to probably go to the bathroom, so let's do this first. I'll hold him here.
Come here.
And I'm going to do this real quick. Hold him there for a minute.
Hold still, hold still. That's okay.
Close this up so it don't leak
It's
out.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Different one. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, you can let him loose. Okay. Alrighty, I think he's got to go to the bathroom. And since he is a stray, let me turn this around. I don't want to let him out, so I fixed up a litter box for him. So he's going in the litter box. This is the food we normally feed them, and I say them because there's another stray outside. But since he's not eating dry, he wasn't eating for a couple of days, we're giving him this wet feed, which is, hold on, the Fancy Feast. So Lee went and got him some Fancy Feast, and the weather's turning really bad right now. The temperatures outside feels like 4 degrees Fahrenheit. So Lee's gonna go buy like another case. He only bought a few, make sure that he liked it, and he definitely does. So now he's eating like 3 of these. Day before yesterday and today he's on his first one, I believe. And so Leah's going to head out right now and go get a case of it so that he can keep eating. He's been drinking all along, but we'll see. So he is eating. So to let you know, we noticed one day he was walking around and he looked like he just wasn't normal. Normally, you know, he just playing around and moving around and stuff, and he was moving really slow. So we brought him in, and I started noticing that he didn't look like, you can see his eye there. There you can see his eye where it's partly closed. So he has that cat cold, flu, whatever you call it. And so we didn't want to let him out. Excuse my dirty floor. We didn't want to let him out, but I didn't have a cat litter box or anything like that. And so he wasn't eating. He was still drinking water. And I was like, Merlin is sick. Now, keep in mind, everybody, this is a stray, okay? We would do what we can to take care of him. Now, there was another stray a while back that was attacked by, I think, a coyote in the middle of the night, because I found him on the porch. He goes around right there, jumps up on top of the bed, and then he lays down right here. So the other cat, I found him on the porch meowing at the front door. I opened the front door, and all of his tail was missing, like completely ripped off, chewed off, whatever you want to call it. Now, Merlin will lay down right here and go to sleep. So let me back up so the light doesn't bother his eyes any. So I did rush him to the vet, and that ran a lot of money because they had to finish amputating it, stitch it up. And then I had to put him in a cage and keep him inside for like 2 months. Okay. Now that stray was, even though he was a stray, and he would let me, hold him. So that was good. Same way with this cat. He's a stray, but he will let me hold him. The other stray that's outside he will not let me hold him. I mean, he may let me touch him a couple of times, barely pet him, and then he'll like swipe at me to get me away from him. So anyway, we brought Merlin in. He wasn't eating. He was still drinking water, but I noticed he wasn't going to the door to go out either. So I was like, okay, he's not needing to go to the bathroom because he's not eating, but yet he wasn't peeing either, which isn't good, because I Googled and it said cats normally will go to the bathroom at least once a day. Of course, he wasn't eating, so he didn't have nothing in his stomach. So we had let him out. Now, the temperatures outside are really cold, so I had let him out. And I watched him from the porch, and he did go out, and he peed, and he pooped. I'm assuming he did. He was at a distance. I could kind of see him squatting. But then he started walking away, like way toward the road, like the main road, way down past the tractor trailer place, their parking lot, and where the ditch was, right before you get to the road. So I started calling and calling and calling him, and he heard me. And as long as I was calling his name, he was following it. So it was like he couldn't see very good. So I got him and brought him back in. Now, keep in mind, 2 days prior, before I noticed he was acting strange, there was a commotion outside. And Lee said, Merlin is out there and another cat is out there. Well, I got to the door real quick, and he was in a fight with another black cat. Like a fight. So I didn't have on no shoes, no hat, no jacket, no nothing. It was really cold. And I ran out there to separate them. And the other cat got startled and let loose and backed up. And I was able to snatch up Merlin and bring him in the house. And so I was getting real leery on letting him back out. Well, anyway, it bothered me 2 nights ago to the point that, okay, let's back up on the medicine. Lee had gone to the main town, which is like an hour away. He couldn't find any medicine for him. So he checked over here. He was stopping at different places, and nobody had any medicine because they said, I don't know if it's everywhere or here in Tennessee, that they no longer carry any kind of medication for cats, that you have to take the cat to the vet. Well, we're both on fixed income, okay? So we know what we have left over after we, take care of the animals and, have groceries and pay our bills. In the order, we pay the bills, we make sure the animals have feed, and then what's left, we do our grocery shopping. And I'm just holding it right here where Merlin is asleep. He's laying down. So he couldn't find it. So yesterday, when he went back to the co-op, they had found one tube left of the medication that I put in his eyes. I'll show that to you in a minute. And it says to put it in 2 to 4 times a day. So we were able to put it in twice yesterday. And what you just saw, that was the first time today. He's being tolerable with us putting it in, but at the same time, I don't want to stress him out either, but we're making sure that we are putting the medication in. And of course, I'm using a cotton swab that's broken in half, so I'll use one end on one eye and the other end on the other eye, so it doesn't get cross-contaminated. Now, we noticed at the beginning it was in one eye, and then that eye looked like it got a little better, and then it was in the other eye before we got the medication. So 3 o'clock in the morning, a couple of days ago, I was like, if he has to go out, because he, you know, he'll meow to get out. He'll go to the curtains and like move the curtains, anything to get my attention that he needs to go out. He wasn't doing any of that. So I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I made him a cat litter box. Lee doesn't know it yet, but that's the bottom is that I used to soak his feet in. So it's no longer going to be used for that. Now it's Merlin's cat litter box. I still had some cat litter underneath the sink that I was using when we had the other cat here when I was taking care of him that got attacked. So I still had some of that left. So I put it there. And that morning, now he's been, in the day he'll sleep here, and at night he goes underneath our bed. And he'll sleep underneath our bed. But I noticed yesterday morning he went straight to the cat litter box and went to the bathroom. I was like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to our Creator. So I'm not worried about that. I don't have to let him back out again in the cold, because had I not been keeping an eye on him, he probably would have just walked to the main street, because I don't think he's seeing that good right now where he's sick. So that's what we're doing. We've got the cat litter deal set up for him. I'm not going to let him outside in these temperatures, not being sick. And he's eating now, and he's drinking good, and he's still, you know, obviously sick from his cold or flu, whatever you want to call it, that the cats get in their eyes. And we were lucky to get that tube of medication, because they totally at the co-op, they no longer can sell it anymore. Well, they can't get it. I mean, they can sell it because they had already had it. She found that one last tube, and so that was great. That was a blessing in itself. And them little tubes, oh Lord have mercy. No wonder they want you to go to vet. That little bitty tiny tube that wasn't no bigger than my finger, $28. And you know, if you take them to the vet, it's going to be probably $28, if not a little bit more, plus the cost of taking them to the vet and the visit and all of that stuff. So we're getting him taken care of. He's being loved. He's being good. He's going to the bathroom. He's drinking now. He's eating now. And he's sleeping and getting plenty of rest. So that's the update on Merlin, the stray cat. Just to show you, so this was the tube of the ointment. And let me show you right there, the size of it. So it just really goes to about right there. The size of it. Teeny weeny bitty tube, 1/8 of an ounce, $28. Is he worth it? Of course he's worth it. He's an animal. Animals have feelings. So we're doing what we can to take care of him. And I'll keep y'all updated on Merlin the cat. Merlin the stray cat. Okay, so Lee just got back with some more soft food for Merlin, and when he finishes eating, I cover it up, because he'll be back in just a little bit. He'll sleep a little bit, come back, eat a little bit, sleep a little bit, come back and drink water, back and forth. So when he gets up, then I uncover this and put it down on the floor, and yeah, bless his heart.